And today's webinar, live demonstration, comprehensive conversion of pharmaceutical content into DITA XML with TJ Dhaliwal of Stilo. Welcome.
Thanks, Trish. I just wanted to start off by thanking all the participants and taking the time out of your busy schedules to attend this webinar. And also thanks to CIDM for hosting. I'm TJ Dhaliwal, a technical sales product specialist here at Stilo. And I've been helping our customers convert their content, hundreds of thousands of pages in my time for the last 3 years, and taking pleasure in it, everything from scoping out the requirements to keeping up with support and troubleshooting. So I see through the whole process. And today we'll be converting some sample pharma content with some common issues or conversion problems that I've seen, and maybe it could help our viewers here to save their time on everything from converting to QA to the whole 9 yards. And so I'll start off by first sharing my screen and maybe a little bit about Stilo before we begin. We've been in the structured content processing industry for around 30 years and brought to markets.
TJ, I don't see your screen.
Oops. Yeah. Right.
There you go.
This is just our dashboard. But yeah, we've been in the structured content processing industry for around 30 years and brought to market specialist content processing tools such as the one we see here, which is Migrate. It's the world's first cloud content conversion service. It's been used by organizations for over 10 years. It can be used to convert various source formats such as FrameMaker, Word, RoboHelp, InDesign, HTML, XML, and again, we've converted more than 1 million pages of content to DITA using this tool, and all of this content was converted using Migrate, either by customers converting content in their own portal or by Stilo undertaking the process and work for them using the same tool. And so what you see here on my screen right now is the tool, but I'll go through an overview quickly about how it works. First step is to upload the document set. Can be as many files as you'd like. Once the documents are uploaded, Stilo will pre-configure a portal, build out a rule set, targeting your specific output. But in this case, in this webinar, I wanted to approach it from this side that, let's say we had our portal set up. We already had a few products go through, and let's say we had a new source format like DOCX. A new source format would require a new set of rules and to guide the conversion. And we'll really be starting from scratch today and kind of walking through the whole process. We'll eventually take it into Oxygen and publish it as PDF. So let's have a look at our sample documentation. Again, it's to represent what I've seen and common issues in this industry. So some lorem ipsum in here, but we'll get to the important parts as well. Just a disclaimer: title page, a title, arbitrary product. We'll want to turn this into a key ref, and we'll see how we can do that using the rules editor as well. Just again, some headings, which look like these should be some topics, some subtopics, some warnings, hazards. I've often seen, especially in pharma content, the warnings and hazards be in tables, and we'll see how we can easily handle those and send it to a note element with either a warning or a regular note. Some indications and contraindications, just some lists. Often the formatting in Word can be, available to the authors. Offers a lot of freedom to the author to kind of direct it in the way they want. And so often what you'll see is a lot of styling doesn't really match, in the sense that you'll make one thing look like another, or you'll skip the styling entirely. You can see this list is just normal. We'll have a deeper look at that into our tool. We'll extract all the information and get a better understanding of this authoring. Again, contraindications, some more subheadings, some more notes and tables, and how to use. Again, I just used an example for an EpiPen, but this can be applicable to all steps and lists. And we can see here, this isn't even formatted as a numbered list. I can kind of blink my cursor here for you. And again, this happens if you have, it's easy to do with Word, let's just say. And again, the sub-step here, we'll see how we handle those. We'll see how we turn that encapsulating topic into a step automatically. Migrate will detect that there's steps in there. Yeah, we have some tables here. Again, Migrate handles tables very well. We have some table captions here. So row spanning, column spanning, we really, Migrate will automatically deal with all of that. But if we want to change an attribute or change an alignment in a cell, again, we have full control over that. So we'll see how we do that. Again, some more steps, some icons and tables. We'll see how Migrate extracts images and preserves all links as well. If they're internal links, they'll automatically become references, and if they're external, we'll just preserve the link in the reference. Just going through here, yeah, we have some charts. Again, this is just an image, some tables with row spanning and column spanning, and so we'll see again the output of that and how it looks when we publish. This is a huge one I always see. So headings in tables, table cells as well. Again, we're able to save a lot of time by just making a rule about it and not having to go in and make pre-conversion cleanup. This tool basically almost eliminate majority of pre and post conversion cleanup once you have a solid rule set, and you can just iteratively push through your content into the tool. Again, some more tables and some more boxed headings. And finally, we have a glossary. So let's jump right into it. First things first, open up your dashboard. So this is what your dashboard looks like. Again, I wanted to start from scratch. Ideally, you do have, Stilo does set up all our customers with a preconditioned rule set for your sample that you provide, and anyone can provide a sample and get a free conversion, a test conversion done. Just feel free to email us at migrate@stilo.com or my personal email, tdollywall@stilo.com. But again, we're coming from the perspective that this is a new product, new authors. We don't have a rule set. We don't have a conversion spec in place, and we're just approaching this content for the first time, and we need a quick turnaround while different versions of it or other content is being prioritized to be published. So first things first, we want to go over here to the left and click our upload button. We'll want to select our files. This can be as many files as you'd like. In this case, we have the one that I showed you, and we'll just hit open, and we can select our importer. Again, this is a demo portal. I have most of the ones we offer. In your case or any customer's case, they'd have the ones that are specific for them. In this case, it automatically also selected it to be DOCX, which is perfect. And we'll just hit upload. So as it's uploading, Migrate's actually extracting all the information that it can from the source document, including styles, properties, any links, any real anything we can really get from the source file, we make the most of it. And so as we can see here, its status is analyzed with messages. And so let's just click it and have a look at that message, just in case warnings before we accept credits. And credits is a pay-as-you-go system that Migrate's based on, and it'll calculate the number of characters that are in the document. No white spaces, no markup, no images, no tables. It's just strictly characters, and we see here that we have 20,361. These are then rounded down to 1,000. We have a red credit right here, which actually tells us how much.
TJ,
Yeah.
TJ, I'm sorry to interrupt. There's something that's happened to your audio. All of a sudden, it's quite hard to understand you.
A little close.
And if you could try to look towards the mic, I think that might help us also.
Okay, sure.
I do apologize for interrupting.
No worries, no worries. Feel free to do that if my audio or video is not going through. So is this better?
Yes, it is. And I will take this opportunity that I forgot to say. So please, if you have any questions, put them in the Q&A and we will address them at the end of the presentation. Thank you very much.
Yeah, so I was talking about the credits and kind of you're able to even assess the cost of your documentation and conversion on the spot and before confirming them as well. So you can see here we got the 20 in red, and we'll see that change once we actually apply Migrate's effects to it. So going back to the messages, the status message, it gives us a few warnings when we upload. And right here on the bottom left of our dashboard, we can see we have one warning, so show hide report. Cropping found in an image, it will need editing. So in Word, the image was inserted and then cropped in Word, but when Migrate processes it, it preserves the entire image. And so it's just warning us that if we want our image to look how it did in Word, we'll need to do some editing after the fact. That's all good for me. I'd want to proceed with the conversion. And so the information here, let's have a look at it. We talked about characters and credits, but obviously we have the document name, number of words, lines, paragraphs, unconverted images, and tables. And again, none of these affect our actual credit costs or the time or anything that takes to analyze or process, strictly characters. We have this basket tab right here, or heading column, and it's just an arbitrary folder to organize our documentation. You can imagine we have thousands of documents or hundreds of products that they have to be organized some way, and a basket's a way to do that. So let's go ahead and organize our demonstration today. So again, I have a bunch of baskets from previous demos or whatnot, and we'll just name this one CITM webinar October 25th. Okay. And we'll go back to our documents tab and just assign that basket. So right here, CITM webinar October 25th. And now every document that we'd apply this basket to, we can filter through the hundreds of whatever documents and find them. We have the type, which we specified when we uploaded the document, and our rule set. This is the meat of the conversion. This is what guides it. And again, we're starting from scratch today. So what we'll do is go into the rule sets tab right here, and we'll look for the blank rule set. So I have a blank rule set right here, and we're able to clone and replicate all our rule sets. You can imagine that maybe a rule set applies to multiple documents, but they have slight different changes, slight variance in between them. We're able to clone one and really build off the core that is similar in the documentation. So if I hit clone here, I'll name it the same thing, CITM webinar October 25th, but we'll call this the Word rule set. Each source format does require a new rule set. You can imagine that the styling, formatting, authoring is different from authoring tool to authoring tool. And so that's why I just specified Word. And so going back to our documents, we'll just apply the rule set. Now, once we apply a rule set, work is being done by Migrate behind the scenes onto the document. And so it's just asking us to confirm our credit usage. And you remember previously how I highlighted that the credits are at a red 20. So we'll just hit accept. They've been taken out of our tool over here on the left, and the credits are now black. So we can now reconvert this as many times as we want, QA it as many times as we want, download it as many times as we want, and iteratively improve our conversion and reach our target. So one more thing before we actually push it to the rules editor, which will guide our conversion, we will just specify a target. Again, we can target everything from DITA 1.1, 1.3. We've recently supported 2.0. I'm not sure if any company's ready for it yet, or I'm sure many are looking into it, but we do have support for it. In this case, I just have a whole bunch of outputs. I'll just specify DITA 1.3 map. The topic based is just kind of for my information. It's a different processor in the background. It has really nothing to do with the customer's concerns. So don't worry about the topic based. We just have to know it's DITA 1.3 map. Collection here. So Migrate comes with a free feature, a free reuse collection, and what free deduplication feature. And so at the topic level, if you have identical topics within different documents, we're able to put them all in a collection and deduplicate at the topic level. So ideally, if the deduplication is successful, we have 2 folders for our output with our unique topics in each and our unique maps. And then we have a common warehouse folder where we'll find our common topics. And again, if it's across 5, 6 documents, we'll still have that one common folder, and the maps and the rest of the documents will then reference that common warehouse folder topic, and will effectively reduce our document and a single point of truth, we'd like to say, and establish a single point of truth for that topic. Yeah, so that's out of the scope of this webinar. If you would like a demonstration of that, or would like to know more about it, feel free again to contact me or go on our website, and we have or our YouTube channel. We have videos. I've done it in previous webinars as well with CIDM, but it's a great free feature for again, documents that have a lot of reuse at the topic level. Stilo does have another tool called Optimizer, which deduplicates at the element level. But again, that's a whole entire another conversation. So feel free to get in contact with me in regards to that. We've talked about credits. Last process time is just, again, some information on let's say whenever we started the current process. So whether that's analysis or the actual conversion, processing time is the time it took for that process. And right now the process is analyzed and the status is with messages as we saw. So from now on, what we'd want to do is establish a rule set. If it was already established, all we'd hit is convert and then hit download and go about our way QAing and publishing. But again, we're approaching this from scratch. So let's have a look at what we can do. Click the document specifically, just again, some more information that the tab we were on previously. And this is the magic button, edit rules. And so what Migrate's doing now is it's generating an intermediary XML format. It has about 6, 7 elements. So intermediate elements, just so we don't get confused with DITA elements. And what it does is it's giving us the ability to go from this intermediary state to our final DITA, and the rules help us point those conversions and those guidances. So again, we've kind of stripped the visuals of the original documentation, but we still have preserved all the content and all the formatting and everything, etc. So this first pane right here, this big one with all the content, is the actual intermediary XML view. This bottom here is where our rules and the rule editing goes, and we'll see this populate as we create rules. And on the right here, we have our information panel, I like to call it, with kind of the legend and navigation for this editor. So the first tab on this editor is rules. Again, we have none yet, which we'll establish momentarily. We have element properties. So if we select an element, we're able to see everything Migrate extracted from it, everything from, so this metadata, annotation, applied rules, so what's actually affecting it right now, there's nothing because there's no rules. And the properties, so we have, font name, size, height, margins, and etc. Everything that's possible to extract. And so when I start, I like to quickly look at the styles to get an understanding of the authoring, especially in Word, because if you make a rule based on a style and an author skipped it, you'll miss that targeting. We'll see that an example of that here. The next tab is styles. So this gives us a list of all the styles used in this documentation. And this document was actually produced on Google Drive. So we can see Google in the background has applied its own kind of formatting and etc. But we won't need this. It's just for our information if we'd like to. I've been able to, target the content I wanted without it. We have some more styles inserted by Google. And then finally, we have our standard word styling, heading 1, 2, 3, title, a couple of variables that will actually turn into, keys using keyref. And we'll see how easy that is in Migrate. But let's start with the lowest hanging fruit. So we'll click new rule and just name this title topic. Topic 0. So this right now, I'm just inserting the name of the rule. It's automatically populated the conditions, which is the items that go right here with style. Again, we saw as previously, if we click this piece of content, the style is title. So Migrate's just automatically populated that. And over here, we can type in our actual effect. If it satisfies the condition that the paragraph element is a style title, then this effect applies. So we have an awesome online help guide with a list of all our annotations and again, rules and the guide on the dashboard. It's available also in the rules editor right here at the top right with the help button, and it'll just pop up its own little window. And it's also available here on our main dashboard at the top right here, and that'll open up the same little window that you can use to navigate the documentation. But those effects are what we're essentially looking for, that we call them annotations. And so from experience, I know this is annotation is called p.title unknown topic. So we can specify that it's a concept versus a reference or a task if we know that all titles need to be, or all X styles need to be a certain kind of topic. But Migrate will automatically push everything into a concept unless it has steps in it, then it'll become a task automatically. And if it has only tables in it, it'll become a reference automatically. And other than that, we'll need some specifying and other indication to let us know that what kind of topic it should be. Often customers that have, let's say, specific reference topics, this happens a lot in IT documentation for tables, etc., that there's no clear way to tell that that topic should be a reference. And so what customers will do is they'll just prefix the topic heading with R underscore or something and delete it during the conversion process using a rule. And that prefix on the topic title will help us know that, yeah, this should be a reference topic. But for now, again, I'll just use the unknown topic annotation, and in the parentheses, we just enter the hierarchy level. And so we'll see these hierarchy parentheses often. And again, this is our topic 0, so we'll just name it that. The next actual annotation is to assign this topic an output file. So the annotation for that is target file name. And so you see we have a bunch of recommendations here. Target file name will preserve the formatting of the current title. Again, camel case, it'll make a camel case, etc., lowercase, and then words will turn spaces or special characters into underscores, etc. I like to just go with words as a standard. And here we just enter our file output name. So a little bit of regular expressions in here, nothing too difficult. Just saying here that /*, so whatever the content encapsulated in this capture, just feed it straight into the file name of the topic. So we just hit done, and as long as there's no errors, it'll tell you if there's an error once you hit done, in either your syntax or in your syntax of your rule. But I like to just hit save after every rule that I make, so we don't lose any progress. Once it's saved to the rule set, we can go ahead to rules. We can see we have a title topic 0. It's shaded brown here, just because it hasn't been applied yet. And if we hit apply, it'll go ahead and actually start working on that rule. And we're able to see if the rule has successfully applied through this. It's better for troubleshooting when, let's say, you make a bunch of complicated rules and try to apply them all at once and say, hey, what the heck happened? Why is maybe this affecting this? And so let's just move with some caution here. So I have no worries. This went through. We can see that it's no longer brown. And if we actually click the rule itself, it then highlights the piece of content where it's affecting, and we have match 0 of 1, meaning it's only applied in one place. Again, therefore, letting me know that the title has only been applied in one place, and I don't have to worry about the title styling being used somewhere else throughout the document. And likewise, I'll just go ahead and copy paste after for heading 1, 2, and 3. And so just go here, change that. Again, we'll have to change the title. Instead, we know it's heading 1 that we want to be a topic level 1. Change the level in the actual annotation and effect, and hit done. So, oops, I should take title out of that and just write topic 1 in the rule title and propagate these changes. And so this is how I like to start every conversion, with a solid structure for the topics. And the issue is that authors don't always, or for whatever reasons, styling is not adhered to. And in that case, we'll be able to use not just the styling, but the font size and indenting and let's say bold or just even the color of the actual text to guide our conditions and our rules, and then apply the appropriate effect. So I just made my topic 1, 2, 3. Just going to hit save here again. Give it a second. So again, I haven't applied these rules, and I'll just go ahead and hit apply. And we're able to sort of QA even in this rules editor before converting it to DITA by scrolling through the annotations and seeing where they've hit. If we scroll through and we see a heading that's not encaptured by the rule, there's obviously something wrong. And so let's go ahead and look at the rules. So 1, 2, and 3 have all been applied. If we click 1, we'll see that we have preface, introduction is a heading 2. So if we click that, so we can either click the content or the rule to inspect where it's applied. If we click the introduction paragraph, we can see that the annotation applied is topic 2, file name words. That's just, again, the output of the file name and the actual name of the rule that's been applied. So we're just going to parse through here and quickly QA whether all of these are getting picked up. I know there's one in here that that's not actually following the styling formatting, and so we'll see how we actually approach that, as well as the ones that are in the boxes. And so we're getting to those soon. This is applied. So right here. So we do the same thing for again. So the same thing for misstyled topics, but in this case, this one is in an entry, and so we can see that there's been no rules applied to. There has been heading rule applied to it, but it won't convert because it's in a table, and so Migrate will try to preserve the table, but it won't actually convert this into its own topic. So we'll just add a condition in topic 2, another condition that property test, the property. So we know we have a property here on our right, once clicking the actual content, whether it's in the table body. So it tells us whether it's in a table, and it's true. So we want to say property in table body is not true. And like so, we want to make a new topic 2 rule, and we'll call it topic 2 in table. And so the property table body is true for this one, and we'll just add a strip annotation. So a strip on any table, just again, it removes the table formatting, and it'll allow us to actually turn that into a topic. So let's have a look at system controller. Again, heading 2, this topic 2 in table, we'll pick that up likewise, and then we have our glossary, which is being picked up. Okay, so I want to hit save here again. We've made a couple changes, and hit apply. So once we've got the document structure down, we can start getting to, the actual nitty-gritty. We'll start targeting steps, bullet lists, the product key, or the key ref for the product, and etc. So I like to go into lists and steps right away. So I'll just look for the first set of lists. Again, this is styled normal when it could be different, but it does have a list marker here, which is styled via Google's Google Drive, so I'm styling. So what we'll do here is, because list markers aren't necessary in DITA, and we can actually turn this into a bullet list item and just delete the list marker. So first thing I'm going to do is delete these list markers. So I just make a new rule, delete list markers, and I'm assuming all the list markers are styled with RDK0. Didn't think I'd have to use it, but I do. So all we have to do here is delete. So again, conditions and effect. The style is this, and we'll delete. Hit done there. Let's target the actual bullet at the same time. So we click the actual paragraph line item. So when I'm talking about paragraph span, entry, etc., again, I'm referencing the intermediary XML that we have going on here. It's about 6 elements. It's our own developed in-house OmniMark language. If we click this right here, which I'm not going to change because it's playing an effect on whatever this is targeting. This has to satisfy as well. So if I going back to this list marker, we can see type span. So that's one of the 6 elements that we have. I think it's 7, 1, 2. Yeah, so we have 7 different elements in this custom intermediary XML, and so we're targeting these intermediary elements and pushing them to our DITA elements. And so, yes, this is a span with this style. I don't want to change that. I was referencing this is the type paragraph, and we'll just hit new rule. So we see paragraphs automatically populated, and the style is automatically populated. Let's give it a title. Let's call it bullet list 1.
TJ, if you could scoot closer a little bit, maybe all of a sudden we sort of lost you. Okay. And
No
to everybody, if you could enable your closed captioning, that is very helpful. So we do apologize. Okay, thank you.
No worries. Thanks again, Trish. Don't know what's going on with my laptop mic today, but please try to bear with it. But yeah, let me know if I need to, again, adjust it. So the effect on this bullet list will be P.li bulleted. So P just indicating that this is a paragraph element, and Li for list, and what kind of list it is it? It's a bulleted list, not ordered, and we'll give it the hierarchy 0. Again, we can have embedded list items for at level 1, 2, etc. And so this will just keep at 0, and we'll hit save. That was actually a mistake. So right now, my condition is the style is normal. This will end up turning everything that's just normal into a bulleted list. So what we want to add is another condition that says data content starts with, I just copy this character because it's not deleted yet until we convert. So we can just add that condition there. So the style has to be normal and it has to start with this bullet, and we'll hit save. Ideally, your sub-list items and your sub-steps also have different list markers. And if not, if it's a matter of indenting, again, we can add a condition that says property indent is X value. And so we're able to target that as a second level substep or list item. So I've hit apply now. Let's go to our rules tab. We can see it's taking effect because it's not browned out. And if we click it, we can see it's applied here. If we scroll through the rest of our document, we can see it's been applied in other places. Yeah, I guess just the 2. And subsequently, this list marker has been deleted. But what I just noticed is, I'm not sure if you can see, but this first list marker is not being deleted. And if I click it, I can see that the style is list marker, and therefore there's no rules being applied to it because it wasn't in our condition. So let's click our delete list markers, and we're able to see here that, again, that list marker is not deleted. And what we'll do is just click it. Again, inspect the style, go back to our rules, and add that style into our conditions. List marker. And instead of all of them, because it can't be multiple styles at once, it'll be any of the following. So hit save, and let's just double check. We see our hazards got removed because the styling matched our list marker styling. So hooray to Google. And if we want to keep that piece of text, all we have to do is go into delete list markers again. And so you can see how these rules, adding small building blocks, get more and more precise and target the content that we want. We'll just add a group of tests. So I want to, oops. So what I'm doing right now is just adding more conditions to our list marker delete. And so if all of the following are true, any of these, I want to say that the data content is not hazard, and we can just do the same for our warnings, which I'm sure also got deleted. And so scrolling to find the warnings now, right here, we can see the warning also got deleted. So we want to say, hey, don't delete the warnings. And this as well. So clearly using the style to delete the list marker wasn't the best idea. So what I'll do is actually delete this entire thing and say data content matches done. So everywhere there's a dot list marker, it'll get deleted, because right now it was targeting part of what we want to be notes and part of our actual product names, which we want to turn into keys. So let's see if this works, and it should. Then we'll go on and add rules for notes and the products and glossary rules, and then we'll get it just good enough to where we can hit convert. Oops, so this actually failed. Let's revert that back. Bullet list, content. Can't delete this one. Here's content matches this. This is why I like to say, save or apply or change one rule at a time, because if you do encounter an error, we're able to backtrack by steps. Content matches. We'll just add our style again, maybe the extra content contains. Maybe contains is better. Let's just hit apply. And once this works, yeah, I'll just go back to, I won't hit apply every time we change a rule. I'll make the changes and we'll get to converting soon. Okay, that was successful. All right, so delete list markers. So let's see, it's applying in 18 places. Let's go to the first. So this one got skipped again because we added the style. So again, we'll have to add the other style again, and we'll have to add the group of tests because this is to go in here because of the logic. So if it contains the black dot and any of these styles are the style of that content, then we'll delete the list markers. So that fixes that. Let's just hit save and move on to the notes. So again, I've seen this in pharma content often. Everything somehow or some reason needs to be in a table. Again, go figure, regulations, etc., labeling. But whatever the reason, we want to move to DITA and a structured standard and follow it to the best possible T. It's not a good way to organize your content. So we'll just select and click the actual content until we have the entire table selected. You can see it's highlighted. The type is table. It's one of the intermediary elements. And we'll just hit new rule. We don't need the style for this because I don't like working with Google Drive styles for obvious reasons that we just went through. And we'll call it a hazard note. Hazard note, and the condition for this will be contains an element type span such that data content matches. And for this, all we have to do is T, because that's our intermediary element right here, table, and this will be a note. And this would automatically strip that table and turn it into a note of whatever type. Let's just make this a note and we'll make the warning a warning. Hit done here. Click rules. We'll copy this one, paste it after, and write content matches warning. We'll change this to note warning. Done. Rule with the oh, so it's just telling us, hey, you've already made a rule with the same name. It'd be smarter to rename it. So this obviously isn't a hazard note anymore. So let's go warning note. Hit done here. And so this will do the same. It'll strip the table that has that and turn it into the respective notes. So I'm just going to hit save. And I think we made enough changes to hit apply. And we'll be able to, again, apply those effects across the entire documentation. And when we convert, we'll have our appropriate elements, our data elements. So you can see how the rule set starts to build and grow as you put more content through it, as you add different authoring and more conditions. And it really grows to something that you can eventually just, it'll cover all conditions, and then you just plug and play and download. But yeah, so it's targeted right here. Let's go have a look. Hazard, 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 another. Just make sure the warning one is doing the same. Warning, warning, and warning. So we're good with those. What's next? I like to do steps. We've done bullets. How to use. This is heading 3. It's being addressed appropriately as well. And so this has no styling. This is not, again, how will we target the number? How will we delete the list marker? We can do that right now. It's a little bit of regular expression, but it's nothing complicated. So step rule 1, we might have multiple step rules. So just like to do that. The style is normal. Yeah, we'll keep that. And we'll do a data content matches. And so I like to do this. So we'll make a group called LM, and we'll call it /d, possibly multiple digits, so it could be 11, 10, etc. Just make another small group. /d content matches, and then a period. I'll encapsulate that, and dot star. So whatever comes after. So it's a pretty simple regular expression saying if there's an integer with a decimal, and then whatever content after it, we want to turn that into, we want to label the integer LM. So we can do delete on LM. It done. So that'll just delete the list marker. And we also want to turn this into a step, this paragraph element, this entire thing. So we'll do p.step or save the rules. Extra data could not be saved. Okay, maybe my regular expression is a little off. You can see I often have to pull out a regular expression kind of cheat sheet to help me. But yeah, this should work. Okay, that's odd. So just troubleshooting here, I will pull out the infamous regex 101. So what do I want to target? This. Just put this bar over here to the side. And so here, and we want to target /d plus. So let's say we got 11. Yes, that would capture. There we go. And dot. Okay, so I know my regular expression should be good here. However, I think I missed a dot. So that just helps me quickly understand. Oh, I did not miss it, but maybe we'll move this back in. Put the plus here. Oh, I was also missing a bracket. That's nice. So we'll hit save now. And this time it works. The squiggly brackets are just a way of assigning a label to part of the capture. So I probably have to fix that as well. So we don't want to label the entire thing LM. We just want to label the list marker as LM. So If this doesn't work, we'll just move on to keys, and it's the same concept with regular expressions. I just don't know why this is giving me an error. It's odd. The deleting the LM isn't the hard part. Just like some regular expression work, but if we want to make this easier for us, we'll just do it as a digit. Could be more than one. It has a dot and everything else. Okay, it did not include LN, so we want to delete this effect. Hit done. Hit save. I know I'm gonna remember why that regular expression wasn't working before, and probably beat myself up over it, but no problem. Okay, so that's just giving me issues, and don't refresh. Oh, my VPN just disconnected. That makes sense. So give me a moment here, Trish. I'd have to reconnect my VPN. Can I save it? Okay, we're connected again. There we go. There we go. So hopefully this works. There we go. Maybe I can also delete it now. So let's go LN here. We'll add the delete again. This is useful. Instead of having to back and find every list and reformat it and restyle it. Okay, so it applied successfully to 78 places. There we go, beautiful. And the entire thing has been made into a step ordered command. And moving on, let's quickly do some keys. Table descriptions can also be targeted using, again, either the prefix or the styling. These rules also got picked up. So if we wanted to do sub-steps, we could do the same thing, but instead of a digit regular expression, we could put a letter or whatever icon is used for that list marker. But my favorite part is to actually make this a key. So a key rule is slightly different. So we know we have multiple styles for our keys, and the two are product one and company one. And so how do we capture it? So we have it right here. And what we want to do is say the style is satisfies this regular expression. So it's not is, it matches. And then all we'd have to do here is just the syntax for the rule, and you can find this on our website just by going to the manual and typing in or clicking the annotations in the manual and seeing the key ref rule, and you'll be on your way. So we hit done here, we hit save, hit apply. So right now that rule is taking everywhere that variable has a product name or a company name or whatever the key we want to be, and turning it into a key ref where there's a key def file in the root of our download called keys.xml. So let's click that product one again, and we can see here that it's made into a key ref with the key being product one character, and it's in the file keys.xml. So if we click rules, we'll click the key ref rule, we'll see it picked it out from here, here, here as company one, and etc. So that's how you do keys. I'm going to start the conversion now so we can actually see what that results in. And you just, again, hit convert and then download when it's done. It should take about 3 minutes, 4 minutes. Until then, we'll build on, let's say, a glossary rule. But again, we don't need to, if we save this rule set now, because that's taking place, the glossary rule won't actually affect the conversion because it was saved after the fact that we started the conversion. But again, let's revisit some of our annotations. So don't remember it off heart, but acronyms and glossary. So right here we have glossary definition, entry term, span definition and term. So let's go to the rules editor and find a way to target this. I go new rule, glossary term. So glossary, actually we'll do both in one. So delete, and we know this is a paragraph. Yeah, we want to target this paragraph. Paragraph follows data content matches. So another regular expression, we want a bunch of word characters and the semicolon. That's the only thing really telling us that this is a glossary term. And so if we wanted to do the same thing, all we do is do a regular expression capturing one word, semicolon, and label the rest, and we can target either the same way we did for the list markers and the list markers and the steps. So if we go back here, this is still converting, so I have time to make this rule. Content matches. Let's just take this into regex 101 just so we're sure. We want, okay, so take, we want to match any word character. So first group slash W plus and then semicolon. And then it's whatever after the fact. So you can see we have two groups here. I'll just copy this. We probably want to delete the semicolon, so I'll make that its own group. Copy this, bring it into our rules editor, and we'll label this first word term. Second one can be LM, because we'll delete it. And then the rest and just finish. So we'll do p dot turn just double check that's the right syntax. Oh, that's messed it up. Oops. So what we want to do here is 0 and put this on turn. Make sure that's working. Element is not defined, def is not used. Okay, so perfect. So we'll do delete on ln, and we'll also add p dot definition on def. Done. Oops, not type span. So this should be F. Because effectively we're breaking these down into spans. Do not match the pattern. Start there's no save. And as long as this is done, let's convert it with messages and show the message. Oh, not a valid DITA file name. Okay. So that means there's something wrong with dot DITA. File name's not going to pick it up. Let's just see what this download looks like. Let's go to the webinar, DITA, hit save. So just download it to this folder, extract, and inspect. So we have all our topics at the root. We have all our images at the root. We have our map, and I might have typed the keys rule wrong. Sorry, bear with me for another second. Oh, it looks good. And let's have a look at our data then. So first things first, so we can see our keys here, product 1, company 1 character, and then let's just open this up. This is the concept. This might be wrong. Okay, so naming for some of my files has gotten an issue, but we are able to see that the hierarchy for most of them is picked up. we have glossary, we have terms, topic, and our keywords. And if we look into the actual topics on how to reset the device, for example, this is opening it in XML. Open. Just getting a bunch of notifications here. Okay, there we go. We have a task, it automatically assigned a task. We have steps and the commands, and the list markers have been deleted, etc., etc. Let's have a look at another topic, maybe. List of indications, maybe. This keeps wanting to bring it in that metal. But yeah, again, more ipsum, but we've been able to get rid of all the list markers, get all our topics. This is a concept, address. Let's look for some notes. So I think the note was in, this hazard was an adverse event. So let's look for adverse events. Open with Notepad+. Again, we have the note right here, hazard type, and it just says hazard, take care, blah, blah, blah. And we're able to target those boxed notes with one rule, and as well as those boxed topics. So we had system controller, system monitor, system controller, system monitor got picked up as their own topics, and they're fine. So once we QA our DITA and we like it, we open it up, DITA Maps Manager. Let's run it to a PDF using the Open Toolkit and apply this transformation. So, oops, transformation failed. That's not fun. Let me go to here and reconvert it. I don't want to take this word. So. I'm just avoiding any file naming issues that I got the warning for. Because I ran this maybe 2 hours ago and it worked perfectly. So go figure. It's always during live demos. Done. Yeah. Okay, and now we'll be able to actually see the glossary changes most likely. Hit apply. So within an hour, we got our document set uploaded and converted and problem solved and hopefully published within the time, and all just approaching it with zero rules in place from the beginning. So we built the conversion spec from scratch. Let's click the glossary terms. This shouldn't be there. Okay, selecting these, yes. So that has a space so it didn't get picked up. Irregardless, let's hit convert. And I'll probably take a couple questions while this converts, and we will have a better document to publish. And yeah, so Trish, are there any questions for me that you know of?
Yes. So one question, how do you specify if a topic should be a reference versus a concept versus a task?
Yeah, so Migrate automatically sorts the topics into reference concept or task. Again, if you have specializations, Migrate can be tailored to account for custom elements or even custom topics. But if it has any steps in it, it'll automatically become a task. And if it has strictly tables in it, it will become a reference, which is not seen too often, but the rest of the topics will automatically be a concept. And unless there's some kind of indication, different styling between the topic types when making or authoring the documentation, the best way I recommend to customers is just add a prefix to the topic title, and you'll be sure. But again, that's only when it's very ambiguous as to what the topic type should be, or else you can just add it in the rule set.
Okay. Another question. How much is each credit?
So that's the commercial question, probably for Brian Tipper, our CEO. So please just shoot us an email at Stilo@Migrate or Migrate@Stilo.com or any of our contact emails, and then on my personal one, t.dollywall@Stilo.com. Then we can get back to you with that information.
Another question. Can we convert different source formats at the same time?
Yes. So again, you saw when I uploaded, there are different options. Let's just go to it. So when you upload a document, you select a file. We're able to specify the type here, but we can also select multiple files and specify different types depending on what importer you have, and upload them all and deal with our separate format conversions.
One more here. Can we get a trial sample conversion?
Yes, we support up to 30 to whatever, just less than 100 pages for your free conversion. Again, just reach out to any one of our contact emails and we'll give you a trial of the product, develop a rule set for you, and show you how really plug and play this can be once you have an established rule set and you iteratively improve it amongst different documents.
Great.
The point is always to save everyone time, right? And so again, this reduces your QA, reduces your back and forth with conversion partners. Just friction almost gets eliminated, and it puts the conversion in your hands at your time. And a lot of customers are really, at the mercy of consistently having to push out documentation and having to convert legacy, especially documentation, while maintaining current documentation and publishing it can be a daunting task. And so this really, even the pay-as-you-go system, it's very budget friendly. And again, whenever you need it, you can just purchase a few credits. And so again, our goal here is to eliminate friction and really make a plug and play conversion a system here.
Well, it's been wonderful, and I just want to give the opportunity to say thank you to everyone for bearing with us with what is always problematic with live. It's live, so we've had some audio difficulties, but I think overall, if you have the closed caption especially, you can kind of filter through that. And I also think it's honestly encouraging to me when I see things that go wrong and then you show us how to fix them, because I don't doubt that happens for everyone from time to time. So that is really wonderful. And just to remind everyone who registered will be getting the recording link, as well as I send out TJ's contact information. And also, we will always have on our past webinar page on CIDM website all our past webinars, so you can access it both of those ways. So do you want to finish this up for us? And it's been really nice.
Appreciate it. Yeah, I wanted to kind of change things up and give jump into the deep end kind of perspective of our tool and how quickly you can get going. Um, the biggest thing probably being a little bit of regular expressions, which you saw I also needed help with, even given my experience. But we just look it up, have a look at the annotations, and we get to cranking. And so I appreciate the opportunity. Thank you for sharing the stage. And as always, it's been a pleasure.
Absolutely. Okay, would we have time to see the conversion? I know we're coming up close.
Yeah, it's right here. Let's have a look at the new conversion. See if there's any warnings. We have a few warnings about file names. What I think is happening here is I should have deleted this initial paragraph, which is probably throwing the naming off for this. And let's have a look if Oxygen will publish this time. I mean, it worked 2 hours ago, so go figure. But I'll have to download it first. Download. Path too long. Okay, thank you. This is probably why. Properly URL code. Okay, that's not fun. Text. If I just go ahead and probably delete these ones where the name is kind of messed up. This should publish. I probably need a typo in a rule or something, and what happens? Just hit Control F and there we go. The transform's in progress, and that's all. Yeah, it just doesn't want to cooperate today. I don't know if my open toolkit or what's wrong, but if you want to take my word for it, it worked a couple hours.
I believe you. And again, part of the fun of live.
Yeah.
Anyway, this is, again, really great. And if anyone does have any questions for TJ later, feel free to contact him, and he can, I'm sure, share the finished product.
Yeah, I'd be happy to.
Okay, well, thank you so much, and I look forward to working with you again very soon.
Appreciate it. Everyone, have a good
Bye-bye.
night, good day, good week. Yeah. Bye.
All right, bye-bye.